so rally, Mildred.
No. I talked to the lawyer. He says this is it. Everybody in the family's been notified.
May I ask who's calling, sir?
We're friends of the family.
I'm the family.
Everyone is in the library. May I take your coats, please?
Thank you.
How's Wilhelmina?
She doesn't look good.
Sorry. You know the McMillans.
How do you do? Nice to meet you.
Is my sister here yet?
No, she phoned from the bus depot. The rain's are later. She'll be here as soon as she can make it.
Roger, aren't you going to introduce me?
Oh, Sandy Adams, my secretary. My Aunt Mildred.
How do you do?
Hello.
Mr. and Mrs.
McMillan.
It's a pleasure.
Hello. Excuse me.
Oh, Dr. Herpes, how is she?
Well, Wilhelmina would like to see all of you.
Is it the end?
Done all I can do.
Where's Halstead?
He's with her.
Doctor, you've done all you could do.
Yes, I've said that.
Sandy, will you go home?
Willie? My dear Willie.
Mildred, dear Mildred. Don't cry, dear. I'm not afraid of the Grim Reaper. Where's Agatha?
She's coming, Wilhelmina. She'll be here soon.
Oh, Willie.
Shut up, Miguel. Where's my little Jenny?
I sent a telegram, Wilhelmina, but she hasn't arrived as yet.
I want her here with me. I refuse to die until she comes.
You can't mean that.
I can and I do. Now go away, go away.
I say, McMillan, can you give me a lift down to the marina?
Sure.
My secretary has my car. I live on my boat.
Oh.
Agatha, it's all right. Stop it now. It's me, Mildred.
I just can't believe I've been standing on the front of me and it's not anybody.
Agatha, it's all right.
I still, she's probably dead and everything.
No, she rallied, darling. She's alive. It's okay.
Alive? Rallied?
Right.
Can I get you anything, madam?
Bourbon and twist. Straight up.
What do you want?
Wants to know what we want? $341,000.53. That's what we want.
I told you I'd get it to you. Now get out of here.
Told us that months ago, and weeks ago, and days ago. Your credibility suffered an irreparable harm, as will your face if you don't cough up the money.
Look, you guys have been terrific. I know that, but there's nothing I can do. Now, my aunt's on her deathbed. As soon as she goes, I get $1 million. You guys get paid.
We'll take the boat on account.
I live here. Come on, will you? It's only a matter of days until she dies.
Make it a matter of hours. If she's not dead before morning, you will be. Ernest?
Madam, time for medication. Madam? Mr. Halstead? She's gone. During the night, sir. I thought you'd want to notify the family. Yes, sir. I'll call him now.
Sally, I'm home.
Yeah, we're in the kitchen.
Oh, great. I'm starved. What's...
We're relining the shelves. Spring cleaning, Commissioner.
It's January.
Well, I don't like to let things back up on me.
You mean like dinner?
We ordered out. It ought to be here any minute. Oh, hand me that roll of shelving paper down there, will you?
There's a letter here for you, Mildred. It's registered.
Yeah, I know.
Been trying to get her to open it all day.
You know what this is?
How could she? She won't open it.
It's from a law firm. Aren't you curious?
Well, if I'm going to be sued, I don't want to know about it.
What is it for?
Mac!
It's her letter.
Well, it could be good news, you know.
Well, if it's good news, it can wait. If it's bad news, it can certainly wait.
Mildred, open the letter.
Hey, what about this? I'm in Aunt Wilhelmina's will.
That means you're gonna be rich.
Yeah.
You could be.
You think?
Yeah.
How many diamonds can you wear at once without being gauche?
One. Okay. Hello? Yes? Yes, she is. Just who'd you say? Yes, just a moment. Mildred's for you. It's your niece, Jenny.
Oh, Jenny! Hi, darling. How are you? Where are you? Everybody's been wondering. You're in Aunt Wilhelmina's will? Me too. You're kidding. You're here in San Francisco? And you've got no place... Listen, she's here in San Francisco and she's got no place to stay.
Oh, tell her to stay here with us.
Oh, great. Listen, darling, come right on over. Yeah, you can use the extra bed. I can't wait to see you. Okay, bye. She's coming right over.
We don't have an extra bed.
Yeah, we do, if I sleep on the couch. Gee, I haven't seen that kid since she was a baby.
Where's she calling from? The front door?
That's the food. Come on. Do you realize that Mildred might have more money than we do?
If you paid her this week, she's got more money than we do.
Have you got money for the delivery boy? Agatha, you're back.
I know I should have called first, Miss McMillan, especially after you put me up without a peep when Wilhelmina died. But I just want to surprise my baby sister.
Oh.
Where is she?
She's in the kitchen. Agatha,
And where is your handsome commissioner?
He's there.
I'll bet he's out solving crimes, doing something daring.
No, he's right there.
Oh, Commissioner, you'll never guess what happened. I was
You
out there.
came back to San Francisco for the reading of Wilhelmina's will, and you're planning on staying here as usual.
Well, it's all right, of course.
And you're too late.
Too late for what?
Hi, Ag.
Mildred! Aw.
Yeah, long time no see.
Wilhelmina wrote me into her will.
Me too.
Oh, it seems like I've never been away.
Well, you're right. You just left day before yesterday.
Well, I better put my stuff back in your room.
Yeah, well,
Is there a problem? I mean, I wouldn't want to burden anyone. I can always stay at the Y.
They can stay here, but you will have to decide where to put them all.
Put who all?
The food.
Hi, guess who?
Little Bo Peep.
Oh, Aunt Mildred.
No, Aunt Agatha.
Aunt Agatha. Aunt Mildred.
hi, dear.
And you must be Commissioner and Mrs. McMillan. Aunt Mildred's written me all about you.
Well, it's certainly nice to meet you, Jenny.
Likewise.
My, you were right. He is a tall one.
Oh,
Well, don't let me disrupt anything. Why don't you all just go about doing whatever it was you were doing before I came in, and I'll just go unpack.
Unpack. And where are you sleeping, my dear?
In Aunt Mildred's room.
I know you must be exhausted, so let me show you where to put your things and you can tell me all about it.
All about what, Aunt Mildred?
Anything, dear,
You
anything.
know, I've never witnessed a population explosion before.
She took my suitcase.
Ah, the food.
Bound to be more relative.
Don't joke. It's the food.
Great. I'm starved.
I'd like 4 pounds of lean burger, 3 fryers, and cut them up for me, will you?
Some eggs.
Yeah, 2 dozen eggs, 6 heads of lettuce, a bunch of celery.
And some nice tomatoes.
Some nice tomatoes, yeah, right. Oh, yeah, anytime today is fine. Thanks.
I think we should take that table and move it out.
Morning.
Morning.
Got any coffee?
Commissioner, it's none of my business, but did you know that an excess of coffee can upset the stomach?
You're right.
See?
It is none of your business.
Well, I'm just trying to be helpful.
Why don't you go and check out the living room for warts?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, honey. Want some coffee?
Oh, thank you.
Sleep well, dearie?
Yes, like a baby.
Are you guys still here? You better hurry up. You're going to be late for the reading of the will.
Where's my purse? Hurry, Mildred.
Hold it, will you? Cab's not even here yet.
Well, I'm ready. Isn't this exciting?
Get your hopes up, dearie.
Oh, I know how Gulliver felt when the Lilliputians got him.
There's your cab.
Oh, well, this is it, the big time.
I'm nervous.
You want to stay home?
Not on your life.
Or Wilhelmina's. No offense.
Wish us luck.
Luck.
Remember now, we split between us whatever money we get.
I admire your optimism.
Don't worry, kid, it's in the bag. She must have left us something.
In the living room.
Quiet. Do you hear it?
I don't hear anything.
Neither do I. Isn't it wonderful?
And memory do make, publish, and declare this to be my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all former wills made by me. May I apologize again for this heating system. It's the second time this month that it's gone out. They keep telling me that they've got it fixed, but, well, yes. Article 1. I direct my executor to pay my just debts and funeral expenses as soon after my decease as may be practicable. Article 2. I give and bequeath the... Oh, Mr. Thornton, we've despaired of your showing up.
Sorry to keep you all waiting. I was unavoidably detained. Business.
I believe that you know everybody present.
Why don't we save all the social amenities for later, I'm sure everyone's anxious to hear the will.
Yes, well, let's see now, where was I?
We give and bequeath.
Oh, yes. I give and bequeath the following. To McGill Esteban, since he has professed no interest in material goods but only in my love, the original oil painting of myself that he seems so fond of.
Win a few, lose a few, eh, baby?
Article 3. All the rest, residue, and remainder of my property, real, personal, and mixed, wheresoever situated in the assessed value of $996,000, I give, devise, and bequeath to my grandniece, Jennifer Carter.
Oh.
What?
If for any reason Jennifer Carter is unwilling...
Oh, I'm willing.
...or unable to receive...
I've heard enough. This is a farce. She'd never leave everything to her.
This will is signed and witnessed. Mr. Thornton, please. You are named next in succession if Miss Carter...
Next in line? I'm first in line. I was the one who took care of her day in, day out, not her. She wasn't even here for her funeral.
We're all legally bound by this document, sir.
Oh, really? Well, hang on to your briefs, Halstead. I'll tear that will apart at the seams. We'll just see who gets what.
Roger, please.
Mr. Thornton, I must warn you that if you contest this will and lose, you lose everything. No settlement, no succession, no nothing.
I don't intend on losing, Mr. Halstead. That money is mine, and I'll get it one way or another.
Well, Roger, please.
Sandy, stay out of this.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
Oh, what a sore loser.
Well, just for curiosity's sake, Your Honor,
I'm a lawyer, not a judge.
or whatever you are, who's next in line after Thornton?
Well, you are, and then Mildred, and then Charity.
Well, I guess that about wraps it up, folks.
May I suggest that everybody stay in town till we find out what Mr. Thornton intends to do?
Oh, I feel so guilty. Maybe I shouldn't keep the money. Can I refuse it?
Well, it's highly irregular, but there's nothing to stop you.
Oh, yes, there is, Counselor.
What?
This.
They are right, Miss Carter. You should keep your legacy. It is, after all, your great-aunt's wish.
Well...
Let me drive you home. We'll talk about it.
And Agatha...
Mildred and I'll take a cab.
Wonderful. Let's go. May I call you Jenny?
Certainly.
Piranha. Piranha. Pure piranha.
No, I do not know who took care of the folding chairs last year. Chicken would be fine. Hamburger would be fine. I don't know which. Yes, I am the police commissioner, but the policeman's picnic is not... Mrs. Simon.
Thank you so much, Sergeant, for helping me move. I know how
I'm
busy
glad
you
to,
are.
Jenny.
But
I don't
Mrs.
have
Simon.
anything else to do.
Charlie. Yes, I'll see that it's taken care of, Mrs. Simon. Yes, thank you. Goodbye. Charlie. Since you have nothing at all to do, you are now officially in charge of the policeman's picnic.
Oh, Commissioner.
Oh, picnic, terrific. I love picnics. Can I help?
Oh, if you're going to put it that way.
Oh, Jenny, I wish you'd change your mind and just stay with us.
Oh, thank you, ma'am, but I really can't impose any longer. I found a lovely little hotel not far from here. And thank you, too, Commissioner, sir, for everything.
Not at all.
Now, you have fun, and you take good care of her, Sergeant.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Jenny. I'm gonna miss you.
Well, just for a few hours. We're having dinner together tonight, remember?
Yeah, right.
Here's your other bag, dearie. I packed it for you.
Thank you, Aunt Agatha. Now, about that picnic. Of course, we'll have lots of food and things to drink, but maybe we'll leave...
That's one down.
Yeah.
At last. Now we can get things organized around here.
Will you look at this place?
Oh, yes, look at this room.
Will that be all, sir?
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice stay.
Oh, I'm not staying.
Of course not, sir.
I asked for the best, but this is a palace. How do I look in satin, Sergeant?
Terrific. But, Jenny, this place is going to cost you a bundle.
I know, but I have a bundle. I could buy this room. I might even could buy this whole hotel.
Oh, well, I wish I could stay here and enjoy it with you, but I'm still on duty.
Oh, do you have to go?
I'm afraid so, but I wish I could stay.
Then you'll come back.
I accept. And, Jenny, just a slight word of caution. You know, San Francisco's a pretty big city, and there are lots of fast-talking types around, so you be careful, okay?
I will.
Oh, listen. Here's a card with my downtown number on it, so keep it handy. They know where I am day and night. So if you need anything at all, don't hesitate to call.
I will. Thank you. You're a nice friend.
Thank you. Ooh, your key. And don't forget to lock the door behind me.
All right.
It's getting a bit late, don't you think?
No, we have plenty of time.
Where's the cab?
Well, relax, will you? It'll be here in a minute.
Well, the problem is that child is going to need some financial counseling. But what she's going to get is every two-bit fast-buck artist in town trying to climb into her bed.
As it were.
Is, was, were. What's the difference?
She can take care of herself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do I detect a trace of bitterness over the disposition of Wilhelmina's estate?
You betcha.
Well, it's not Jenny's fault. It could have been left to any one of us.
Then why didn't they?
There's a taxi. Come on.
Actually, she's a very lovely girl. A bit naive, but sweet, really.
A change of heart that has nothing to do with the fact that she is now the richest kid on the block, right?
Besides being older and wiser, not to mention taller, I'll just ignore that spiteful remark.
You don't see me complaining because I didn't inherit any money.
You never were ambitious.
Well, I have a steady job, which is more than I can say for some people I know.
Well, it's not my fault there's a slump in the market for office consultants.
Oh, that's what they call part-time help now? Oh, here it is.
How do I look?
Oh, courant, my dear. Jenny? Jenny, you here?
Mr. Halstead, please. Commissioner McMillan again. Mr. Halstead. Yes, I want the names and addresses of all the beneficiaries. Send the list to my office plus a copy of the will. Now, is there a clause in there about contesting the will? I see. In other words, if the court rules against them, they lose everything, right? I see. Thank you, Mr. Halstead. Yes, we'll feel sorry about it, too. Goodbye.
I'm gonna take Mildred and Agatha home, okay?
Yeah, I'll be home as soon as I can.
Okay.
No signs of a struggle, sir.
Thanks, Wes. Ted, I want a ballistics report as soon as you get it.
It'll be on your desk, sir.
Anything about forced entry?
Sir, when I left here, I heard her lock the door. It must have been somebody she knew.
Wait a minute. First, there's Wilhelmina, suddenly dead. And now... Is there an autopsy report on Wilhelmina?
I don't know, Commissioner.
Well, if not, let's get one.
Yes, sir. Take a look at this.
One-way ticket to Rio de Janeiro under the name of Amy Lee DeVroe.
Yeah, well, what would Jenny be doing with somebody else's airplane ticket?
Maybe she bought it for herself.
Under a fictitious name?
She knew her life was in danger. She wanted to get out as soon as she got the money.
Yeah, well, I'll check out the DeVroe name, sir.
I want you to question everybody on this floor. Find out if they saw anybody going in and out. Also, check with the switchboard for calls.
Right away, sir.
And I want a complete report on Roger Thornton, including his financial condition.
Yes, sir. Come on, Wes.
A plan. That's what we need is a plan. It's Thornton. I know it's Thornton. But how to catch him?
Take it easy, Sherlock.
Aha. Sherlock Holmes. What would he do now?
Sit down.
Well, I think better on my feet.
Agatha, I'm sure that Mac is doing everything that he can possibly do.
But is it enough?
I think we'd all feel better if you would just sit down.
Well, of course. Why don't you just say so? Miguel Esteban. Now, there's a suspicious character if I ever saw one. You know who did it? Did you get any clues? Did you arrest anyone?
No to all of the above.
Well, it's got to be Thornton. Can't you just arrest him?
Agatha, that's not exactly the way due process works.
So far, his only crime seems to be greed.
Well, there's Miguel Esteban. Miguel, yes. He's chasing Jenny all around the place.
Chasing ladies, rich or poor, does not a crime make.
Oh, if you catch him, it is, Commissioner.
Well, you know, Agatha, I'm just going to have to think on that. In bed. Good night.
I think that's a great idea. I think I'll go to bed, too. Good night, Agatha. Good night.
That doesn't sound bad. I think I'll turn in, too.
Doesn't anybody realize how serious this is? Mildred! Doesn't anybody realize how serious this is? Somebody? Anybody? Tell me.
Mr. Thornton. Mr. Thornton.
I already have enough insurance. No, I won't sell my boat, and I gave at the office. I assume that you fit in there somewhere.
Your Aunt Wilhelmina's dead. Jennifer Carter is dead. I don't know who did it, but I have a lot of suspects, and I assume you fit in there somewhere.
Oh, Commissioner, my apologies. It's nice to know that the demise of one little unimportant child brings out our city's finest.
Thank you. I notice you're not overcome with grief.
I hardly knew her. I certainly had no reason to dislike her.
She got all your aunt's money.
Look, Commissioner, I can save us both a lot of time. No, I don't have an alibi, but I don't have a motive either. You see, I have quite enough money as it is.
That may be. But your behavior at the reading of the will was, shall we say, less than gracious.
Now, that was a matter of principle. In spite of my devotion, my aunt despised me, my life, everything about me. Denying me her estate was the final insult.
I only have $11 in change on me.
You suspect me of murdering my aunt for her money, then murdering Jenny for the same reason. But you need evidence to make that arrest, so you've come down here to see what you can find. So here's my gun. Check it out.
Actually, I was just looking for an excuse to leave the office.
Oh, in that case, you care to go out for a spin, Commissioner?
No, thank you. I get seasick.
Why don't you give yourself a title, like internal domestic consultant? Then you can ask for a raise.
I don't need a raise.
You're not in touch with your needs.
Listen, well, the thing I want to be in touch with the most is lunch. The commissioner's due home any minute. Besides, I just got a raise.
I assume you have the cost of living escalator?
Listen, this isn't the Teamsters Union against big industry, you know. What's that? Oh, what is that?
Don't touch anything.
I have to get at it.
Have you got a workman's comp?
Oh, it's stuck.
Hello?
Come on out, you little devil.
What's for lunch?
Oh, stop that.
No, I'd rather have a tuna fish sandwich.
Isn't he amusing?
Well,
Well, what?
did you arrest him?
Who?
Thornton.
Of course not.
No wonder crime is up 30%. Nobody wants to make an arrest around here.
Did Enright call?
Yeah. They drew a blank on the hotel. Nobody saw anybody enter or exit except Enright and Jenny when they went in.
Any fingerprints?
Zilch.
Zilch.
Nothing.
Commissioner, how well do you know this Enright man?
Very well. Why?
The power and the allure of sudden wealth, Commissioner. Then stir in a pretty girl, and you have all the ingredients of a crime of greed and passion.
You have a fascinating mind, Agatha.
It kind of runs in the family.
That's true.
I'm going out.
Where to?
Just out.
I don't want to alarm you, Commissioner, but I have a feeling that Agatha is going to do something that we're all going to regret.
Well, she's just concerned, like the rest of us.
Concerned, yes. Like the rest of us, never.
Tedrow Thompson Thornton, 1408. 1408. 1408. 1408. 1408. 1408.
1408.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
you doing here?
I'm from Temple Aid. I'm the new girl you ordered.
I didn't order a new girl, or an old girl for that matter, Aunt Agatha. Now, what are you doing here?
Well, I was really looking for your secretary.
She's not in the drawer.
Oh? Where is she then?
It's lunchtime. You figure it out.
Well, in that case, I'll come back another time.
Don't move.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna call the police.
Is that any way to treat a relative?
It's a way to treat a sneak thief.
The commissioner of police happens to be a very good friend of mine.
In that case, I'll talk to him.
Yes? Roger Thornton? Yeah, I'll take it. Hello, Mr. Thornton. Who? She what?
On top of it all, she claims to be a personal friend of yours.
You might call it that.
Look, if you sent her here to snoop around my office...
Take it easy, Mr. Thornton. I'll come right over.
I hope so. I could have shot her just as easily as not. Next time I catch anyone prowling around my office, I will shoot.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Who was it, Mildred?
I don't know, we'll never know, but he left these flowers, and by process of elimination, I can only assume they're for you.
How nice.
Yeah.
Let's see who they're
Is
from.
today something special?
No, well, it is now. To Agatha. To Agatha?
Agatha?
Who would send flowers to Agatha?
Yeah. Who would send flowers to Agatha?
I said that.
Well, I tell you, there's one thing we could do. We could steam it open.
No, we couldn't.
And then seal it right up again.
We just put the card right here and wait until Agatha comes home.
Right. Well, I have some things to do in the kitchen.
Yeah, I got a lot of things to do upstairs. Well, let's go do them.
Oh, oh.
I was just this far from finding something. I know it.
Matt, what are you doing home?
Just delivering Wonder Woman back to her lair.
What are you talking
Agatha,
about?
you could have been shot.
Shot? What'd you do?
Well, nothing, really.
Nothing. Roger Thornton caught our Miss Marple going through his private office file.
But I thought if I could find some proof that he needed a lot of money, then we'd have Jenny's killer.
Agatha, this is no game. If he pressed charges, you'd have been thrown in jail.
Jail?
But he wouldn't press charges. If he did, they'd know he was trying to hide something. Don't you see?
I gotta get out of here. I almost understand what she's saying.
Don't you worry, Commissioner. We'll solve this.
No, Agatha. I'll solve it. I and my department, you, will keep your nose clean. Is that clear?
But I...
No buts. You pull something like that again, and I'll have you deported.
Mac. Mac!
Can you deport a citizen?
What are we gonna do with her?
I think we ought to just give her flowers.
Flowers?
Here you go, Agatha.
These are for me?
That's what it says, but I think it's a mistake.
I find you most intriguing. I would love to see you, Miguel Esteban.
Oh, I don't believe that.
It's inevitable.
Well, so's the end of the world. Listen, don't you realize he's making a play for you because he thinks you're next in line if Thornton takes a fall for Jenny's murder? Besides, he's the one you said was a piranha.
A hasty judgment. You're just jealous, that's all.
Jealous of what?
That I'm the one he finds intriguing. Miguel is obviously a man of very good taste.
Hello. Oh, yeah, just a moment. Gil doesn't waste any time.
Hello? Miguel who? Could you please refresh my memory? Oh, yes, I remember now. This afternoon? Well, maybe I could squeeze in a few minutes. I'll check my calendar. Yes, this afternoon would be just fine. What time?
Yeah.
Your story is really fascinating. Tell me more about it.
Would you believe he held me at gunpoint for almost a half hour? Can you imagine?
That must have been terrible for you.
Uh-huh.
I find you most attractive. We must spend more time together.
Mr. Esteban, I didn't just fall off the turnip truck, you know.
You're wondering why my sudden interest.
Well, no offense. It's just that a man with your talent, well, he's usually attracted by wealth.
I'll be frank. I am really worried about this poor child's murder. I was very close to Wilhelmina, as you know, and I want to see justice done. I think you are a woman of courage and conviction, and I think between the two of us, we can help solve this case.
And that's the whole reason?
Mm-hmm. And the fact that I find you, please don't take offense, physically entrancing.
You're kidding.
You're a very perceptive woman. Do you think that Thornton will be convicted for this murder?
Nope. Not the way they're handling it.
Why do you say that?
Well, any amateur can tell that he's guilty. But we have no evidence.
What about if someone could find the murder weapon? Do you think that will help?
Yes. Yes, it certainly would. But where to find it?
Well, it's common knowledge among some other members of the family that the man is a collector of guns.
Well, he has at least one that I know of.
He keeps several. At home, at his office, on his boat at the marina.
I bet the police don't even know that, Mr. Esteban.
Call me Miguel.
Miguel? Well, I have to be leaving soon. I have a very important engagement this afternoon.
Oh, of course. Miss? Lunch tomorrow.
We'll see.
Sergeant Enright is here.
Good.
And also, I wanted to remind you.
What?
You know what?
No, I don't know.
What you told me you didn't want to know about.
Maggie!
The Carpenters.
What?
The Carpenters.
Oh, I don't want to see him. I told you that.
I tried to stop them, sir, but the entire building is being done.
All right. Just let me know when they're due.
Yes, sir.
Don't you think it's time to bring Sergeant Enright in?
Oh, yes, sir. I almost forgot. Sergeant.
Thank you, Maggie.
Want a sandwich?
No, thank you, sir. I've already eaten.
I've just been looking at the ballistics report on Thornton's gun. They don't match.
That's not all that doesn't match, sir.
What do you mean?
You wanted to see the Thornton report? Sir, Thornton is not just broke. He is so deep in that hole, he can't possibly get out without Aunt Wilhelmina's money.
Wilkerson Finance Company is into them?
Oh, very heavily, sir.
Well, they're just this side of Murder Incorporated.
You know, this is just a guess, sir, but they could have killed Wilhelmina.
Or put Thornton up to it.
Well, I don't think that he's the killer type, sir.
You'd be amazed what people will do when you threaten to turn their body into a planter.
Well, if you're going to put it that way, sir.
Anything on Jenny?
Not much success there either. I've tried to find some background on her, but so far I keep coming up with a big fat zero.
You sure you don't want a sandwich?
Yeah, I'm positive. You see, Jenny just dropped out of college and then she disappeared. Now, I've tried to find family, I've tried to find friends. She did have a college roommate, a Lynn Connors, but she's disappeared. And she received several letters from a fellow by the name of George Kimball, but I can't find him either.
What about the plane ticket?
Well, that's another thing, sir. There is no Amy Lee Devereaux.
Well, then she did buy the ticket herself.
Yes, sir, it looks that way. But if she knew that she was in danger, why didn't she just pick up the phone and call us?
All right, we'll call missing persons. Maybe something will turn up.
Yes, sir.
Maybe it's time to get Roger Thornton in. He may decide it's safer to talk to us.
Yeah, I'll get on it, sir.
Mildred? Agatha? Three o'clock, First Street bus transfer. Arrive Marina. She wouldn't. She wouldn't. Commissioner McMillan's office, please. Maggie, is Matt there?
Pardon me, sir. I'm looking for Roger Thornton's boat.
I'm not supposed to let anyone in. Everyone has his own key.
Well, I'm Roger's mother. Chicken soup.
I thought she was dead.
Do I look dead to you?
I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Thornton.
Well, you should be.
Sip 1900 de la Petite.
Thank you.
Take her out about 3 miles, see if I can get some yellowtail.
Okay, good luck. It's supposed to be pretty good.
Looking for a woman who's trying to board Roger Thornton's boat. Have you seen her?
Oh, you mean his mother?
Mother?
Sure. They set out to sea maybe 10 minutes ago.
Where's the Coast Guard?
Right over there, Ocean Avenue.
Commissioner McMillan. I'd like to radio the La Petite. It put out about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, they just radioed in, said they're on fire.
What?
Fire.
What do I do now?
Jump!
But I can't swim.
How do you feel about cooking?
Well, I can...
Why don't you check out Thornton's apartment? I'll finish here.
Yes, sir. Can you tell me what happened here?
Sorry, no.
Was it an accident?
We don't know.
Well, then do you think it was murder?
Look, I didn't say that.
Hey, listen, who was the guy on the boat? Who was the lady on the boat? You want my coat?
No, thanks.
Who was the guy that got blown up?
Roger Thornton.
Hey, do you think this case has a gangland M.O.?
What?
Well, I mean, like, do you think the guy was snuffed? Offed? Murdered?
I don't know.
Hey, were you in the boat?
No. I always go swimming with my clothes on.
Yeah. This Thornton guy, is he a friend of yours? Relative, what?
Hey, wait a minute. Who are you?
I'm a stringer for the San Francisco News.
Well, shouldn't you be at practice or something?
Oh, come on, that's a reporter.
Look, I don't know a thing. Excuse me.
Yeah, well, nice talking to you, Miss,
Chadwick. Florence Chadwick.
This could be part of a bond casing. It's the same shape, thickness.
Take a look at this.
Yeah. Looks blown apart. Can't say for sure until we check it out.
We can say for sure right now. I'll check with your office first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Agatha!
Agatha, I want to say something, and I don't want you to take it the wrong way, but you're nuts.
How could I possibly take that the wrong way?
I will never understand your way of thinking.
Well, I create as I go along. Reality is the moment. And life is impulsive.
Why do I have this overwhelming sense of defeat?
You know, this reminds me when we were children.
Oh, I know. I know.
Commissioner, the signature on the receipt for that registered letter from Jenny simply does not match up with Mildred's letters from Jenny.
Well, if Jenny didn't sign the receipt for the letter, who did? Her roommate?
I don't know. And she's missing too, sir.
Have we got missing persons on it?
Oh, yes, sir. We're plugged into that great big FBI computer. We're checking thousands of missing persons flyers.
Hi, Commissioner. How about some dinner?
I want to get a statement from Agatha first.
Oh, lots of luck.
Stay for dinner?
If you insist, sir.
Okay, I'll put another place on.
What's a statement?
Oh, it's nothing to worry about, Agatha. It's just a precaution, a simple safeguard.
Well, sounds like the old third degree. Rubber hoses and all that stuff.
You might have seen something important.
Okay, you guys. Here's what I think. Now, it definitely was not a gangland caper, even though the M.O. had certain superficial likenesses. Now, Thornton was snuffed out, and you think I did it?
No, Agatha.
I want my lawyer.
I'm a lawyer.
You can't be in both places at once. Either arrest me or set me free.
Agatha, you are not under arrest. You did not commit a crime. However, you were the last person to see Roger Thornton alive, and you stand next in line to inherit all the money.
I do?
You do.
Oh, I forgot.
You are also next in line to be killed.
Killed? Somebody kill me? No. I don't want the money. They can have it.
Relax. Nobody gets a penny of the money until the case is solved.
Well, then how come Roger was killed?
I don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. Now, why were you on the boat?
And I won't go to jail?
No.
Well, it all happened when I told Miguel. You see, I told Miguel I thought Thornton killed Jenny. Then he said if we could find the murder weapon...
And you thought you'd just help out?
Of course.
Did you hear anything unusual? See anything? Find anything?
No. Just some unpaid bills. And I put those in my picnic basket.
Hey, something is burning. What is it?
Oh, it's my girdle. I was just drying it out.
Would you two gentlemen like to know what I did today? After I finished the grocery shopping, I got rid of a door-to-door salesman. And then I cleaned out the furniture polish that Agatha thought was the oven cleaner.
Well, if Agatha thought furniture polish was oven cleaner, do you suppose she put oven cleaner on the furniture?
Agatha!
First thing tomorrow morning, I want those goons from the Bookerson Finance Company in my office.
Yes, sir.
Let's get a drink.
Yeah? Do you think that Roger actually killed his aunt for the money? My thoughts exactly. I have been reading Sandy Adams' letters. Pretty hot stuff in there. She was a lot more than a secretary. A lot more to gain. I mean, if Thornton got the money and she got Thornton. Wait a minute. This one's not a love letter. Listen to this. If you think you can dump me, you've got another think coming. I'm not going to let you waste 2 years of my life. Wow. That's one rejected lady. There's a motive right there. No. I just can't believe that she would know how to rig a bomb. I mean, if she was going to kill him, she'd probably use something small, something like a knife or a gun, something she could handle. Still, it's a remote possibility. It's worth checking. How do you expect me to solve this case if you never listen to anything that I say?
Oh, you got it all wrong, Mr. McFarland.
Millen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a bad ear for names. But anyway, it wasn't like you think. Roger and I had a good thing going, you know. It started off just a job, but all those nights working late, usual thing happens. You know what I mean? You work late sometimes?
Oh, yes.
Are you married?
Very.
Your wife should worry more about you. I mean, look at you sitting here all alone with me. Anything could happen.
Yes. Roger, now, you didn't know he stood to inherit Zan's fortune?
No, not at first, I didn't. I fell in love with his mind.
And you felt these feelings were being reciprocated?
No, I thought he loved me.
Were there other women in his life?
For 2 years, everything was just fine. Then suddenly, he's getting all this money, and poof, everything goes. Me first. Oh, don't tell me about Roger and all his women. I knew all about them. I didn't care. Roger was the kind of guy that you play, you know, while he's around. Well, don't think I didn't have hopes. I was really hurt when he dumped me. I mean, he was getting all that money, and I was getting the shaft. I can't decide. You pick one.
Oh, I don't know. They're all so uniquely you.
Here's the blonde one. Well, it was Roger's favorite. It's his funeral.
You know, Senor Esteban seems prosperous in his own right, sir.
Senor Esteban seems to be a lot of things, none of which I buy.
Well, what about Sandy Adams?
Well, that's a little easier. There are two possibilities there only. She's either very innocent or very clever. I've got a tail on her till I find out which. Hi, Maggie.
Commissioner, your office
You
is...
hold all calls.
Yeah, the men are there.
From the Bookerson Finance Company?
They're here, but so are the other men.
What men?
The carpenters!
Hiya, Charlie. Oh, hi, Pete.
Commissioner? Hiya. You know him?
Yes, sir. I got him the job. He's my brother-in-law.
I thought you didn't like your brother-in-law.
I don't, but I love my sister. And if he doesn't support her, I may have to.
Commissioner, enough small talk. What are we doing here?
I'm trying to solve a murder, and I thought somehow you two could help.
Who was the former person?
Roger Thornton.
He's dead?
Blown to bits on a boat.
You have no idea how that pains me.
How much is he into you?
Way over 300,000.
And you didn't decide to make an example of him?
Are you kidding? Speaking theoretically, of course. You only make examples of small fish. A big fish like Thornton, you hope maybe a couple of broken parts will make the point.
Commissioner, I thought you might want to see this right away. It just came in.
Thank you. Oh, would you escort these two out, please?
Let's go.
I may want to talk to you again.
Always a pleasure, Commissioner. Come on, Ernest.
Anything the matter, sir?
Missing person flyer.
Oh, is it Jenny?
Well, it looks like her. But it isn't. Jenny wasn't Jenny.
Psst, Charlie. She was being impersonated by her own roommate.
That would explain the plane ticket. Lynn wanted to grab the money and run before anybody found out she was a phony.
Yes, unless whoever killed this Lynn Connors did so for an entirely different reason. But then we'd have two totally unrelated murders on our hands.
All right, but if Jenny's still alive, where is she?
Psst, Charlie. Well, I'll put out a trace on her.
I'll do it right away, huh?
Hey, Charlie.
What is it?
You're stepping in my glue, Charlie.
Come on, let's get out of here. Well, take your shoe off
Oh,
first.
yeah, right.
Charlie, Ellie sends her love.
I got another shoe in the car, sir.
Good.
No. I don't know. He says he's some big shot in the police or like that. But I still think he's a cluck.
I wouldn't have known where to look either, but Wilhelmina was always talking about Jenny being in college. You know, she was mighty proud of that girl. I know I put that address someplace.
You make these model airplanes yourself?
Yeah, I've always been interested in aviation. I've got a little single-engine job myself, and I fly around on weekends. Ah, here it is.
Did she ever answer your letter?
Well, come to think of it, no. I'd always just get back a signed receipt.
A little unusual, isn't it?
Well, yes. Generally, most people will give you a written reply, but not always.
Well, thanks for your help, Mr. Halstead.
You know, Commissioner, I'm kind of embarrassed.
Don't be.
You know, I shouldn't have been fooled by that girl.
You know, we all were.
The irony of the whole thing is that if the murderer thought he was killing Jenny, he did it all for nothing.
Well, I've taken enough of your time.
Commissioner.
Four diamonds.
I pass.
Horse face?
I pass. Listen, Jenny is alive then, right?
I don't know.
She might be. Four, no trump.
Pass.
Yeah, she might. 5 hearts.
Well, I don't know what to think now. I pass.
7 spades.
I'll get it. It's probably me.
7 spades.
Yeah.
Hello? I'll see if she's in. Who's calling? Who's Sarah Farnsworth?
Oh, she's only the richest woman in San Francisco.
Who's the call for, Agatha?
Me. Hello? Yes, this is she. Well, I'd love to come. I'll have to let you know. Well, my secretary has me on a very tight schedule. You know how it is. Yeah. Of course. Of course, I'll do my best, dear. Goodbye. She's invited me to the ladies' auxiliary tea on Saturday. But why would she do that?
It's the grapevine. She thinks you're rich now.
But I'm not. If Jenny's alive, I'm not even next in line. Ah. But Sarah Farnsworth doesn't know that, does she? We don't have to tell her, do we? What was the last bid?
7 spades.
Double. You know what my horoscope said today?
What?
Spent a lot of money today. Well, how do I look?
Very nice.
Commissioner, very nice isn't exactly what I had in mind. I want to look worldly.
What I'm worried about is otherworldly.
Otherworldly?
As in dead, Toots.
But you said that
I know what I said. I just think it would be kind of nice if you hung around here for a while without running around all over town. Till we solve this thing. Mildred, will you tell her I'm concerned for her safety?
Mildred, will you tell the commissioner I appreciate his concern? But I have a lunch date with Miguel Esteban, and I refuse to break it.
Reschedule it.
One must strike whilst the iron is hot.
Would you tell her the murderer may feel the same way?
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
Are you gonna think about it?
Yeah.
Good. Whilst you're thinking about it, you can help me clean the house.
Mi amor, mariquita linda, ya me voy porque tú ya no me quieres como yo te quiero a ti. Me voy porque tus desdenes sin piedad han herido para siempre a mi pobre corazón. Adiós, vida de mi vida, la causa de mi dolor, el amor de mis amores, el perfume de mis flores.
You are absolutely exquisite, my dear Agatha.
Oh, thank you, Mickey.
A fitting end to a near-perfect afternoon will be a visit to my apartment. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know.
Besides, I want so desperately to be alone with you.
But we're alone here.
No. Away from prying eyes. I want to show you my rock sauna.
What prying eyes?
That guy at the bar.
Let's get out of here.
I promise you, you will not regret this momentous decision.
No. I mean, I want you to take me back to Mildred's.
To Mildred's?
Now. That guy gives me the creeps.
What about my place? My rock sauna.
Oh, just control yourself, if you can.
I don't understand.
You don't care about my safety?
Yes, I do. Of course I do. But if it's just that I don't know.
Now, if you
every
care for
time
me, you'll wait just a little longer until we get all this business straightened out. And then I'll feel safe no matter where I go. Including your sauna.
Of course. I take you home.
You're welcome. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Commissioner. Hello? Well, hang in there. Goodbye.
There's one thing I don't understand.
What?
I say there's one thing I don't understand. I don't understand how Miguel Esteban keeps alive. I mean, he doesn't have a bank account. He only has credit cards. All he has is credit cards, and he owes them all a bundle.
Must be desperate for the money.
Yeah, but killing's not his style, sir. He's a gigolo. Besides, why does he keep romancing Agatha when Thornton is the next beneficiary?
Coming in with Agatha before Thornton's death convinces her he's not after her money. Once he gets his hooks into her, he kills Thornton.
Agatha has the money, and Miguel has Agatha.
Right.
Thank you, Nero Wolfe. There is one problem, sir.
What's that?
Do you think he can keep up with Agatha for the rest of his life?
A man who'd killed twice wouldn't hesitate to kill again.
Well, that could mean that Agatha is in very grave danger, sir.
I'm afraid so.
Charlie, who's Nero Wolfe?
It's all wrong, and I know what I'm talking about. I don't label your meat.
It looks like a 5 to me. $5.98.
That is definitely not a 5. It would be a 6 before it would be a 5. No. You know what it is? It's a 4. $4.98.
Lady, I got a lot of customers in line here.
Well, I have a lot of hungry people at home. So let's just get a pencil and paper and figure it out. May I borrow your pencil, please? Thank you. Now, let's see. That's 5.37 pounds at do I have to move the decimal point?
Okay, lady, okay. You can have it for $4.98.
Because it is 4.
It comes to $10.20 altogether.
10.20? All righty. The exact change. 5, 10. try to run me down. You saved my life.
Let me help you.
Oh, you're brave. You're very brave.
Well, over-anxious would be a little more like it.
No, I mean, there aren't many people who would help a stranger in trouble. You know, you sort of restored my faith in human nature.
That's okay. It's part of my job.
Job?
I hope I don't destroy your illusions, but the commissioner assigned me to watch out after you.
Well, in that case, you should have got here sooner. Pick up my stuff.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't get a good look at the driver, sir. My angle was bad, and there wasn't much light in the car.
Agatha, did you get a look at the driver?
No, it all happened so fast.
It was a new car, dark red, new plates. I couldn't make them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Sam, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
No, I don't want the money. I don't want anything to do with it.
Well, you don't even have the money yet.
Even if I don't have the money, I don't want it.
You're just upset, Agatha.
I'd say scared to death is more like it.
Don't say death to a scared person.
Maybe we now can prevail upon you to stay a little closer to home.
Commissioner, I'm going to call Mr. Halstead. I don't want to be next in line for the money. I don't even want to know what happens to it.
Why don't we decide that when you feel better?
No, I have to do it now. I won't feel better until I do. Hello, Mr. Halstead? This is Jenny's Aunt Agatha. Well, I hate to cause any more problems, but I'm afraid you're going to have to do a little more paperwork. But I don't want to be in the will. Because somebody tried to kill me, that's why. I'll sign anything. Thank you. Ah, there. Now I feel more like a real person again.
Are you sure you're not going to regret this, Agatha?
Me? Not a chance.
Oh, Mildred, what are you doing there? You scared me to death.
Just trying to get some sleep.
Oh.
Agatha snores.
Oh.
What's the matter? Couldn't you sleep either?
No. All I kept thinking about was Agatha's near miss.
And I keep thinking there must be a way to get Agatha to change her mind about keeping the money.
What about her personal safety?
Well, if she doesn't leave the premises, what safer place could there be for her than right here?
I don't know. You know, I think that greed is clouding your personal judgment.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's right.
What's going on down here?
Oh, Commish, I was just thinking there must be some way for Agatha to keep that money. I mean, she's throwing away a chance at a fortune.
Oh, you could solve the whole thing tomorrow.
Yeah, and then she wouldn't have lost a chance at the whole pie.
Right.
As long as you're talking about me, you mind if I sit down?
Agatha, you can't do it.
You mean I can't sit down?
No, you can't give up the money.
I've made up my mind.
So change your mind.
You want to see me killed or worse even?
What could be worse?
I can't think of a safer place for you to be than right here, right, Mac? Besides, now you'll have police protection. Right, Mac?
Well, and you'll feel crummy if you give it up. And furs, diamonds, the Riviera. You better think about it.
Nah, it's not worth it.
The men,
Men?
handsome men.
You know, Mac could assign Sergeant Enright to be with you, follow you everywhere you go. Right, Mac?
Well, I could give up a couple of days. If I live long enough, it might be nice to be rich.
Okay, that settles it. Everybody back to bed.
Mac? Let's go to bed.
Well, that's beginning to look very nice, Commissioner.
What's the matter?
Oh, Agatha just doesn't stop, sir. My feet are killing me. Oh, all that shopping, a hairdresser. She even bought a gym course.
You have my sympathies, Charlie. Believe me, you have my sympathies.
Thank you, sir. Anything new around here?
Oh, yeah. We located the parents of Jenny's boyfriend. They don't know where he is either. And he's moved from his last location.
And he was our only lead. Oh, well. Guess my coffee break is over. I've got to get Agatha back out into the stores. She wants to buy a new dress, something about a tea this afternoon.
Well, hang in there.
I'll try. Goodbye, Pete.
See you, Charlie. You know, Commissioner, now I remember who Nero Wolfe is. My wife buys every one of his records.
Well, I don't know why not. It's a great idea.
No, it's too dangerous.
Mac, I don't see
No.
what... Is it any more dangerous than...
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Mildred, is Agatha back yet?
She's still at the tea.
Let me speak to Sally.
Well, she's not here. She's supposed to be there with you.
She's not here.
Well, she left here a little bit ago and said she's going to meet you. Commissioner, is there anything wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. Thank you, Mildred. Oh, no.
Yes?
Mr. Halstead, there's a Miss Jennifer Carter here to see you.
Jennifer Carter? Yes, show her right in. I must say, young lady, that seeing you has been quite a shock.
Well, you can imagine how shocked I was to hear about those murders.
Well, it's been a rather tragic turn of events. You know, I'm not sure that if I were in your place that I'd have shown up at all.
Well, under the circumstances, Mr. Halstead, you can understand why. I would appreciate it if you would just expedite matters so I can claim my inheritance and go.
Well, there's not a whole lot that I can do to help you at this point.
Why, what do you mean? The money is mine.
Yes, I know. It's just that... Oh, Commissioner. Jennifer Carter, this is Police Commissioner McMillan.
We've met.
Yes, we certainly have.
As a matter of fact, I'm a house guest of McMillan's right now.
As a matter of fact, I just came over here to take little Jenny home.
Do you know that Mr. Halstead says that he won't give me my inheritance?
I said that I can't, Jennifer.
He's right. Until the murder's solved, the entire state's frozen.
That's right.
Well, we really have to run. Mrs. McMillan is waiting.
Have you met Mrs. McMillan and Mr.
No,
Halstead?
I haven't had the pleasure.
Oh, she is super. She is so sophisticated and so charming and so beautiful.
And totally predictable.
Oh, isn't it just like a husband? Well, I'll be hearing from you, right, Mr. Halstead?
As soon as possible, my
Goodbye,
dear.
Mr. Halstead.
Goodbye.
Mr. Samuels, since Mr. Halstead is legal counsel and trustee to Wilhelmina's estate, does he have access to the money?
None whatsoever. From the moment of her death, that money was locked. No one but the stated beneficiary can touch a nickel of it.
I see. Should there be no beneficiary, would he have the right to designate which charity the money would go to?
Totally out of his hands. When Wilhelmina Carter died, Halstead relinquished all of his discretionary powers.
I see. Well, thank you, Mr. Samuels. Oh, there is one other thing I'd like you to check for me.
I'd be glad to. Sit down.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Halstead, we've broken the case. Just this morning. Now, under the circumstances, there doesn't seem to be any reason to hold back awarding the estate to its rightful heir. Oh, yes, I'm positive. I have all the proof I need. I'll have Jennifer call you. All right. Who are you?
Rose.
Where's Maggie?
She went to the dentist.
Oh. Locate Sergeant Enright for me immediately. Have him call me. I'm on my way to the airport.
Taking a trip? How nice for you.
Just call him, will you please? Tell him I'll be in the helicopter.
Commissioner, what in the hell are...
Going somewhere?
Yeah, for a few days, but that's no reason to try and kill me.
Where are you going?
To Tahoe.
I wasn't sure whether you'd try to run or brazen through another murder.
Now, that's ridiculous. One minute, why, I'm going on a little trip, and the next I'm accused of murder. Be sensible, Commissioner. Why, I haven't got a motive. Shoot, I didn't even know them people. There ain't a way that I could possibly see a penny of that money.
There sure isn't. Because you lost it. You had control of the money before Wilhelmina's death, but you lost that too, her banker told me. Everyone thought the beneficiaries were going around knocking one another off while you were committing murder in order to hide the fact that there was no inheritance at all.
It looked like such a good deal. Of course, there were temporary setbacks, but if she hadn't have died, I'd have got it all back to her. Things just kind of got out of hand.
I guess I have everything.
Yeah, and more. This is mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aunt Agatha?
I'm Mildred.
I'm Jenny.
Are you for real?
Of course. I have some wonderful news. George and I are married.
And poor. Oh, listen, look at them. Young, healthy, in love. Who needs money?
We have that, too.
Not anymore.
Don't worry, Aunt Mildred. George is in oil.
Oil?
May I come in?
Sorry, Commissioner. I'd like you to meet your Aunt Agatha.
Hello.
Hi.
We didn't know about Wilhelmina's death because we were in Europe on our honeymoon.
We eloped.
Eloped? Who eloped? Jenny did. Oh, George, Jenny, I'd like you to meet Mrs. McMillan.
Hello.
How do you do? You know, you're famous.
So I hear. And I can't wait to find out about everything.
Well, there was this other girl that showed up.
Would you believe it? I almost got shot, and I just barely escaped a burning boat. Then there was this man who's been romancing me. And he... Oh, Mildred, would you cancel my cab, please, dear? With family here, I'm sure I can arrange to stay another week. Oh, and this man has been romancing me. His name is Miguel. Very handsome. He took me to the Spanish restaurant. It was so romantic.
Cancel her cab, will you?